Welcome to episode 2 of Spirit Unraveled, a JJK-inspired TTRPG made by me and my friends. Today, we have three new players that are at a new school some of you might be familiar with. Tokyo. We have Rap Attack playing as Arata, JC playing as Nico, and C-Man, that's what I'm going to call you, playing as Prasny. The host begins now. Faded visions, a blur of something familiar. Running across a grassy field, a smudge of blue, smiling, laughing as it's caught. The smell of flowers, faded visions, all cloud your mind. You in this smudge of blue both look up to the wide open sky, no clouds, just pure freedom. The figure looks at you. When it talks, its lips move like it speaks, but no words come to your ears. Like your body is suddenly on a carnival ride, you shake. The whirl of colors are replaced by the bright rays of a clear, sunny day. Violently awakening you is your bull of a teammate, Nico. Nico, anything to say to your teammate, Arata, that decided to take a nap in the middle of sparring practice?
I know you're not the best at this, but that doesn't mean you can just sleep off.
Leave me alone. Just getting some shut eye.
How about I don't do that? You get your lazy ass up.
The three of you are out on the training field of Tokyo Metropolitan Academy for Sorcery, doing some light sparring. The three of you, Arata, Nico, Prasny, all first-year students at this school, had gone to your normal classroom earlier, but there was a note there on the door where you usually are lectured by your instructor, Koji Inazuma, and the handwriting was terrible. Y'all had to like archaeologists try to decipher what the hieroglyphics meant, but eventually you were able to see that it read, "Sorry losers, gotta go help some other students out, fight each other or something instead." And like y'all could just imagine like Koji's smug grin as he's giving you a thumbs up as he just leaves y'all. Terrible instructor, very irresponsible, but yeah. So the three of you since then have just been out here in the training field since the morning, about 10 a.m. If y'all would like, y'all can continue your exercises, maybe do a little sparring.
I say we continue sparring. See, I'd like to throw it down a little bit with Sleepyhead over here.
So, in the training field, we'll say that Arata, you've been using a wooden spear, but your real spear is over there where you fell asleep, if you want to go grab that. But yeah, anyways, Nico, you present this option to Arata. Arata, your response?
Let me go back to bed. Spar for Prosny or something.
Oh, you're so lazy. Come on, can't you do what Inazuma said? We gotta fight each other, not dream of each other.
Why should I listen to him? It's not like he's actually here.
Well, actually, that's a good point. We could
Yeah.
go
You see Nico
explore.
like thinking, putting her like fingers to her chin, like looking down. Food is on the mind, and there is a lot of great food in Tokyo. But you also remember Koji gets pretty pissed off when you guys don't listen to him. He might send y'all on on one of his special grade missions that he gives you instead of going himself because he's lazy. And that wouldn't be fun.
I don't know. A lot of things in Tokyo.
If you wouldn't mind humoring me for a bit, Nico, I'd like to see if you could help me train on the more physical side. As you can see, I don't have a whole lot of physical prowess. So anything you might be able to teach me would be a great help.
Oh, sure, easy. I'm sure we can find some weights or something around here, you know? Maybe hit a few miles or two. Or we use kilograms here, huh? Kilometers.
Screams in American. Y'all could lift weights. However, you could try to attempt to teach. You can try to attempt to teach him one of your path skills, or you could try to attempt to teach him something new, possibly. All of these are options y'all can take. I'm very open with how you would ascertain new abilities and skills. But I will let you know, intelligence is how one teaches. That is the modifier. So, you're dumb as bricks. Maybe he's not going to work out well. Maybe you're lucky. We'll see.
Here, come here, P-Dog. I'll just call you that for now. I'll teach you how to properly train your body, you know, so that you can get fit, so you can get strong like me, and you probably won't be taken out immediately.
So are you going to teach Prosny weightlifting techniques?
Yes.
All right.
Like how to do sets and all that.
Yeah. We'll say y'all head over towards a open bench that's in this place. Obviously, there's weights and there's like training dolls, but y'all can like hit and shoot or whatever. But yeah, y'all head over to the waiting area and y'all see, racks and racks and racks of 45s because sorcerers are strong, remember. So like for Nico, for you, I would say you can, I don't know a specific number, but maybe, you're the strongest here by far, almost on par with Inazuma in some rights. So I will say
beat him in a arm wrestle.
You're lucky as fuck for that. Okay, he got a nat. What was it, like a nat 1 or something? He usually would beat you.
Nat 1.
He usually would beat you, but yeah. Anyways,
I'll take my win.
So I'll say for thematic sake, you can lift like canonically 500, 600 pounds. Like you're like a bodybuilder in the body of a Japanese girl. Like so, you're packing for sure. Prodosny, I don't know how much you would usually weigh, how much you would usually lift, but for this sake, I'll say you usually can lift like 135, 160 pretty easily, because you are still a sorcerer, even if you are weaker than Arata and Nico. Yeah, but anyways, off the topic, now back to the topic. Y'all head over to the waiting area, where you see all this equipment. Where do you want to get started, Nico?
Is there what are the little handheld things called? Dumbbells, that's it.
Not Nico forgetting what a dumbbell is. You were a boxer before this.
She didn't work out. She was just fighting.
Oh, true.
I was just slapping the shit out of a bike.
That's true. Yeah, there's dumbbells. I'll say there's dumbbells that have like there's those dumbbells that are just like a bar that you can put weights onto. So like you could put weights of like up to 60 on just or like we'll say for this sake up to 100 on just one dumbbell. But yeah, there are some dumbbells for you to use.
Just because I don't know his strength, I'll like attach some weights to some dumbbells, probably around like 60 pounds, and hand it to him. Here, just lift this a few times.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and ask you to roll intelligence, Nico. I'm giving you a -3 because you didn't explain anything. You just didn't even try. And Prasni, roll intelligence for comprehension. You're not really
That's the
comprehending
point.
much,
I'm a
but
horrible teacher.
I'll say, like, if you get a high roll, you just pick it up easily. Like, you pick up the, like, good form easily.
2 6s.
2 6s. Oh.
I have a 3 in intelligence though. So
A 9?
Mine's a 9.
6 and 9.
You've never been a jock, I will say, Prasni. So whenever she hands you the weight, like, as soon as you grab it, like Mjolnir, whenever, like, Captain America tries to pick it up or something, you just, like, kind of, like, go to the ground with it. Just, it drags you down with it before you, like, catch it, before it hits the dirt. It, like,
I thought I could pick up 130 easily.
Bench.
It's a dumbbell. It's like 10 times harder.
It's a bench. I said bench is for you. Like, you would bench 130.
Ow.
But it's easier to bench high weights than to, you know. But we'll say, like, it catches you off guard. You don't drop it. It just catches you off guard, and you, like, now we're just holding it. And she just says lift it, so you just kind of, like, lift it up into the air. And you just, like, I'll say, like, you just kind of look at her and raise an eyebrow or something as she just is, like, speculating your form. Y'all want to say anything to each other?
I think
Is this it?
you're supposed to lift it to your chest. Like, bend your elbow, kind of.
Okay.
You need,
So,
you
like
need to
this,
bring it up with you to your chest.
then I, like-
yeah, not
and
all
then
the
I
way
like
up.
salute over my heart.
Yeah, kind of like that. Imagine you're saying the Pledge of Allegiance. Now I don't know if they have that here.
You don't know what that is.
Oh, I got you.
I'm from America.
No, but I'm saying Prasni doesn't know what that is. I know you know what it is.
Oh.
But anyways, as the camera looms over this training field, we see Prasni, like, amateurly lifting up this dumbbell, getting better with each rep, and Nico just, like, pointing at different things and just, like, yapping about, no, do this, no, wait, actually this way, no, actually this way. And as this is occurring, we see Arata has maybe fallen back into a little bit of a nap, or maybe it's just watching from a distance. But as this is happening, I would like each of you to explain what your character looks like. We'll start with the man lost in Dreamland, Arata. Just give a brief description of what he looks like and what he's doing.
Arata has blue, long hair with bandages wrapped all over him. He wears a student uniform, and he couldn't give a care.
Okay. And the instructor herself, the furthest thing from Einstein, I would say. Nico, would you explain what your character looks like?
Nico is a towering figure with, like, tan skin. It's very obvious that she's, like, some kind of foreigner, especially in Japan where everyone's really small. And her whole body's kind of, like, toned with muscles from years of experience. I think the host here explained it perfectly when he said a bodybuilder in a Japanese girl's body.
The glaze is crazy. Anyways, next up is... I'm sorry, I had to. Next up is the very pale-skinned man who is learning from this terrible instructor, but catching along. Prasni, will you explain what your character looks like?
Bajni is slightly above average height for if you're looking kind of Eastern or European standards, but in Japan, decently tall at 6'1", 6 feet 1, and average build with just a regular Tokyo school uniform and black medium length messy hair and very pale skin.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you. So, you'll continue doing this for a little bit whenever you see somebody else. From afar, somebody dressed in a similar but more like tech wear style. For those who don't know, tech wear is a kind of new style, I would say, that originated around early 2000s, but has gotten more popular as the years have progressed. It is a very loose-fitting, modern, cyberpunk feeling style with lots of zippers, pockets, and like random gadgets on clothes that don't really serve a purpose, but are meant to convey a sort of urban feeling. So, as this lanky man walks over to you guys, from a distance, you see one long fabric cord that's attached to his pants fall under his shoe as he's walking. And with a shift in his step, he tries to catch himself, but it's of no use. He trips down a little hill, face hitting the dirt and clothes catching loose grass. With a final oomph, he lands still at the bottom, about 10 feet from you guys, and he just doesn't even try to get up for a second as his face is in this dirt. Any of you want to help him out?
I'll help.
I'll walk over there.
Oh, which one?
Can both of us walk over there?
Yeah, that's fine. Both of you walk over there,
Sleeping.
and I guess that like y'all both like pick up an arm or something and kind of help him up. Yeah. So both
Are
of you
alright?
pick him up, and he just starts groaning. He's like, "Ugh, thanks, guys. Ugh, that little ribbon always finds itself under my shoe. Such a pain."
It happens.
Why don't you take the ribbon off then?
He looks at you, confused. What do you mean?
Like what you tripped on.
Well, it's a part of the pants.
I
Would you
think
not be able to
need
tuck
find new
in the
pants.
ribbon into your shoe?
That's a good idea. Anyways, allow me to introduce myself. Sorry for the abrupt interruption. I am Jono Usamane. I'm a friend of Inazuma's.
Hello. We are his disciples. I'm Prajni. This is Nico. And the sleepy guy over there, his name is Arata.
I've heard a lot about you guys. Inazuma has much to say. But what's up with him? Is he not a part of the training?
I tried to get him up, but I kind of failed. I was thinking about jumping on him, but I think that would end poorly.
Yeah, I don't think that's a great idea. You might take him to the hospital or something. And he kind of like looks you up and down. And he kind of looks confused again for a second. Say, I think I've seen you around before.
So, what are you here for?
And as you like interrupt him, his thought, he just like kind of like snaps out of it. And it's like, oh, yeah, what I'm here for. Well, I kind of felt bad that Inazuma bailed on you guys. He was telling me about it. And I have a mission I'm going on. And I was wanting to know if you guys wanted to come with me and get some, first-hand experience.
I don't know about these guys, but that sounds great.
Will there be food?
I guess. I mean, it's in a city, and cities have food.
I'm kind of broke, so I'm hoping that you can purchase the food.
I guess as a thanks, I could take you out to dinner tonight. Yeah, sure.
Done.
I guess I'll go see if Sleepy Boy over there would be interested.
All right, and you walk over towards Arata. Arata, would you say you're asleep, or you're just kind of like sitting there?
I say I'm still asleep.
All right.
At first, I tried nudging him. awake.
No response.
I continue nudging him. Arata. Arata. Arata.
You want me to do it?
Are you confident you can control your strength?
I'm confident that I can do what I want to do.
I think that means no. Jono interrupts.
No, it means what I'm planning to do is exactly what's gonna happen.
Does Arata at all show any response?
He's still snoring out loud.
In that case, I take my thumb and index finger, press it on the base of his neck, right above his collarbone, and start pressing on the pressure point.
What?
Oh, good, you're awake. This man came here to see if you were interested in going on a mission with us.
Jono extends his hand to shake your hand, Arata. I'm Usumane, a sorcerer.
I just look at his hand.
He awkwardly puts it back. Okay. Yeah, as your peers were saying, I was wondering if you guys maybe wanted to go on a mission with me. They said yes. Why don't you come along too? He stares at you, waiting for a response.
And why would I do that?
Because you'll gain experience, I guess. And I heard they have pretty nice hot springs in the city that we're going to.
And you'll get food. That's the important part.
Nobody's forcing you to come, Arata. If you'd rather stay here where it's safe, that's completely fine.
I mean, I might force you to come. If you don't come, I might jump on you.
What's the mission?
I'll tell you more about it on the train there. You in? Great. All right, guys.
Train. How far away is it?
Quite the distance. But don't mind that. Let's go ahead and head to the city of Takayama. And don't worry, I'll get you guys caught up on the way. And so, the four of you head from Tokyo Central Station to the rural outskirts of Japan, the city of Takayama. During the train ride, this guy lets you guys know, obviously his name is Jono Usumane, as he's told you, but he is a semi-grade 1 sorcerer, and he's going to fill you in on the situation in a little bit of an exposition. So, there have been mysterious disappearances around the city of Takayama. Some of its residents have rumored about some maybe foul play happening in the nearby woods or in the nearby mountains, but because the city is such a rural place, the law enforcement there hasn't been able to scrounge up anything. But because of some kind of connection, Jono Usumane was kind of tipped off that there might be more than just human foul play, if you know what I mean. So many travelers and tourists, and even a family, are gone, not accounted for, disappeared, seemingly snatched up by those mountains that overlook the city. And the reason why there are travelers and tourists in such a remote area is there's apparently a popular destination somewhere on those mountains. They don't really know what it is or why people go there, but there's something there that it's the reason why people are traveling there. And so it's going to be y'all's job to reconnaissance, investigate the main city, investigate with dialogue with the locals, find more information about what's up there, why are people going, and who are these people that have disappeared, all these different things. But because this is something that is going to take a while, Jono has told you guys that he's already booked an inn for you guys to stay in. So it'll be a lot of talking during the first day and the second day. Maybe y'all be able to go somewhere and find something to act on, and maybe exercise a curse if you do find one. So, as he ends this explanation, the train's announcer speaks up. 5 minutes until Takayama City. So Jono finishes up what he was saying by speaking. So yeah, that's about it. Y'all have any questions?
Did Inazuma tell you how I beat him in an arm wrestle?
He told me that he beat you in an arm wrestle.
No, he lied. Well, he actually didn't lie. He's beat me maybe around 200 times. But recently, the most recent one, I beat him.
Oh. I might have to poke around about that. He hates it when people beat him. Maybe I could get him to crash out or something. I don't know. We'll see.
That would be pretty funny.
Somebody like him he's gotta get taken down a few pegs every so often, for sure. But no questions, I'm guessing?
Not for me.
Does Inazuma Sensei know about this?
I told him I was gonna drop by. Maybe not the mission per se, but I've done it before with his past students. He doesn't care.
Then I have no further questions. Anybody else?
I'm good.
As Jono nods his head, the train slowly comes to a halt. All the passengers, mostly suits or students, get off the train one by one. The four of you exit to see a traditional Japanese city that can't have more than maybe a couple thousand inhabitants. A Japanese city comparable to how many Westerners would describe Japan, with Heian era architecture and the city folk wearing mostly kimonos and haoris. Jono chips in a sort of mocking tone. You think these guys even have phones yet?
You're like the Welsh, I think. You know, the people that are like tribal. Don't believe in technology.
Maybe don't say that so openly. And he looks around to make sure nobody overheard you say that. Maybe a couple people look at you and give you a little stink eye or something for saying that about their beloved city. The four of you walk under the red torii. The subtle sounds of life in Takayama fill the area. Jono turns to you three as he points to a street to his left with his thumb. This way is the inn. We'll be staying at this inn for only one night. It's called the I think Kashiwabara Ryokan. I'm gonna go check in and ask the owner if she knows anything. Maybe she'll have some information. But until then, you three take this opportunity as practice and go talk with the locals to gather information. If you don't want to, you can just follow me. And probably split up too. I think that would be best, just so you get that independent mindset. Capiche?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna go then. I guess meet back at the inn whenever you're finished. I'll be there. I'm not gonna go anywhere. So, peace. And he puts up a peace sign and starts walking that way.
First thing, I'm going to walk up to Pradsne. Listen. Do you have some money on you that you're not gonna use?
How much are you thinking?
I don't know. Depends on what I eat. Maybe 2,000 yen?
I can do that. And then I reach in my pocket and pull out 2,500 yen and head it to Nico.
Thank you. I should have done this more often. I'll go
I wouldn't suggest
skipping
that.
along the way.
I should beg money from people more often. Yeah. Anyways,
And with that, I start meandering off.
I will say, yeah, the three of you are right now in the city center. It's pretty small but active. The city center has like a large 40-foot thick wooden pole that harbors a small bell at the very top that y'all notice some children are playing around. The streets are stone and they're playing with like soccer balls and other Japanese toys. And some parents are like watching them from like nearby cafes, either reading or drinking hot tea. It seems peaceful, quaint, but very peaceful. There are many, businesses and stores still open around this area, but some seem like they're closing as the sun begins to retreat. I will say it's about 5 p.m., so it's not like evening, but you have a little bit to talk before, anything closes down. Y'all all three noticed that a couple of young teenage boys, this is something that kind of just catches your attention, are trying to climb the pole in the middle as like a middle-aged man with wooden shoes and a kimono laughs at them. So many places to explore. If you just want to go in a random direction, you can do that, or you can look for specific kind of areas. That's fine as well. What would you like to do? We'll start with Prajni.
I'll begin just meandering through, following the crowd, and just looking through the marketplaces as I walk.
So you want to continue to basically explore this city center?
Yeah, I just pick a direction and just walk at random.
Okay. Nico, what about you?
Oh, I'm going straight for the ball.
The pole? All right. And Arata, what do you want to do?
I want to look for a nearby clinic, see if I can get some new bandages.
All right. So I want all three of y'all to roll. I'm not discriminatory, so you all three have a chance. We'll roll luck, which means none of you get any modifiers. So whoever gets the highest roll, we'll start out with. Second highest roll, second, whatever, and then so on and so forth.
It's my favorite. No, okay, fuck man.
All right.
So I'm not looking at the roll chat. Can somebody let me know what you guys get?
Arata goes
Zach
first,
got
I go
first.
second,
I go
Nico goes
first.
last.
All right, Arata goes first. Arata, you look for a clinic, and as you're walking around trying to avoid talking to anybody, you haphazardly find a small building that has the word clinic painted on a sign hung outside. This catches your view. It looks very like new. It's inhabiting an old building, but it looks like somebody just like moved in, put on a sign, and is like clinic. Like they haven't been here for a while. At least it doesn't look like that. As you walk inside this clinic, the smell of wet linen and boiled herbs fumigates in your nostrils. A faint oil lamp burns on a table beside a small cot. You see a younger man, maybe mid-20s, early 30s, in a white coat sitting beside this cot. He's carefully stirring medicine with some sort of silver utensil in this clay cup where you see steam is coming off the top. His sleeves are rolled up and his hands seem to be the hands of an old man, even though he looks young in the face. His eyes clouded with exhaustion. As he's stirring this still, he looks up at you, not like actually looking at you with his eyes, more just tilting his head in your direction, and just brushes the sleep out of his eyes. Visitors, I'm sorry, we're not taking any more patients right now. The clinic is closed.
I'm not looking for any work to get done. I'm just wondering if you sell bandages here.
Oh, bandages. And he looks over towards you and looks at you like up and down, not in any sort of judgmental stance, but the inquisitive perspective of a doctor. Are you okay? I have special gauzes for burn victims. Is that what this is?
No, I'm good on gauze. Just some bandages, please.
Sure, 1 second. Let me deal with this right quick, and then I will get you your bandages. And you see this little boy, a young boy, maybe 8 or 9. His hair is all tangled up. You even see some twigs and leaves still in there. His skin is as pale as paper. Dirt lines his neck and under his fingernails. His lips are cracked, but his eyes are alert, and you even see like the adrenaline in the red veins of his eyes. He's wrapped in a thin blanket. He is sitting on this cot, and though his body trembles like he's freezing, he shows no discomfort, only attention. Attention to you, attention to the doctor, just like an animal in a cage almost. His hands are clutching a broken wooden kendama, which, for those who don't know, a kendama is a traditional Japanese toy. It's a little toy where you try to, with a string attached to a little wooden handle, try to get this ball on the top of this handle. It's very popular with young kids in Japan, or at least I think so. I've never been myself. But anyways, he very slowly is giving this medicine to the boy, and the boy just kind of opens his mouth a little bit, but doesn't like do anything himself to accept this medicine, just allowing the doctor to give it to him. Do you want to say anything, or do you want to keep quiet?
I take notice of this inquisitively, and I ask, what happened to the kid?
The doctor speaks up, not in a whisper, but in a low tone, as to not try and startle the boy. We found him wandering near an old trail in a forest, the forest outside of the city, actually, picking up mushrooms and berries. He's been in here for about a day or two, but he's not from this area. We haven't been able to find any family member or person that might know who he is. So we've called some authorities, and some people are coming to pick him up tomorrow. But until then, I want to just make sure he is stabilized. His vitals seem okay. He just was malnourished, mostly. As he drinks the medicine, the doctor then gets like a little bowl of, looks like rice, maybe porridge or something like that, and gets down like on one knee, kind of like letting the boy be over him in a sort of tactic the doctor seems to try to be taking to make the boy feel more comfortable. And he grabs a wooden spoon and gives it over to the boy, but the mouth of the boy goes completely shut as he's offered food. And the doctor does a little tick of the tongue, and he looks down, and he says out loud, maybe not to you, maybe not to himself, but just thinking, why won't he eat? Not rice, not porridge, not meat. Doesn't make any sense.
Do I noticing anything else from the boy? Do I sense any? Can I try to sense some cursed energy or something?
I mean, you can, sure. Go ahead and roll intelligence.
All right.
Or sorry, wisdom. In your instance.
$19.
You can for sure with 100% certainty, say that you don't detect any abnormalities and cursed energy fluctuation within this boy.
All right.
And the doctor gets up, taking back the wooden tray with the food and the medicine on it to behind the counter before grabbing some maybe extra bandages from a cabinet or something, wrapping them up for you around sort of wooden pole, and then handing them to you after he walks back from the counter. Here you go, and don't worry about paying. There's no need.
Appreciate it, Doc.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
As you say thanks, the boy's head turns to you and looks at you in the eyes. And his mouth opens and he whispers something. I need you to roll perception.
$19.
19. You hear what he says, like barely, but you're able to hear it. And the doctor doesn't even seem to have noticed this whisper. But he says, in an almost mute tone, she's really hungry.
What?
That's what he said. Did
Say
you hear
that
me?
again, kid.
Did you hear me? Oh, did I whisper too quietly?
Oh no! I'm telling the kid to say that again.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. So you heard him say, I'll restart, because that's my bad. She's really hungry.
I glance back to the kid as I'm leaving.
The kid
And
looks at you and watches you walk out. Now we are going to cut to our friend from Eastern Europa, Presny. Presny, you said you just wanted to walk around the city center, right?
Yeah, I'm just meandering through the streets.
As you're meandering through the streets, you catch eye of a certain man resting on the edge of the city center. He's near a medium-sized wooden cart stacked with all sorts of goods and goodies. A man that seems to be a bit rounder, kind of foreign to Japan, but no less he's a bit bigger. Seems to be maybe in his late 40s, early 50s, but aging has done him very well. He sports a very fine, twisty mustache he plays with and has no hair on top of his bald head. He seems preoccupied with something in his cart as he's moving things around. Pots and pans are clicking against each other, making loud sounds. Before, for some reason, maybe he hears your footstep or something, he turns around, looks you in the eyes with a big old smile, waves at you, and beckons you to come on over.
I'll walk over.
As he's twisting his mustache, he begins to speak. Yo, my fine gentleman, what a lucky day for you. I have all sorts of goods that I'm sure would interest a keen, sharp eye like yourself.
I don't really respond. I just kind of lean over and take a look at the cart.
You see he has a bunch of homemade stuff, and he starts taking things out and showing it to you. He shows you a carved wooden necklace he made by himself, some homemade fudge candy, taffy candy, some homemade straw hats you maybe would see a farmer wear or somebody out of Mortal Kombat wear. And then you also see a bunch of really nice designer clothing. Really nice, Ray-Ban sunglasses, Dior cologne, all this kind of thing. These kinds of fashion brands.
Take a second glance at the necklace.
Mm-hmm.
I don't say anything to the keeper. I just kind of, that's where my eyes are trained on it.
Do you want to kind of like inspect it and see what it actually looks like?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll inspect it.
Sure. You see the wooden necklace has a bunch of like beads lining the actual necklace itself, and the kind of centerpiece of the necklace is a mask that has cracks in it. A half mask, something you would see out of maybe like a fancy party or something, but it's a half mask that has a bunch of cracks in it. The eyes are void of any sort of life or anything like that. The expression is still, and that's what it looks like. The beads and the mask. It looks very fine for craftsmanship.
So, would the string kind of resemble like a prayer beads, and the center kind of like the pendant kind of like a masquerade, or is it kind of like half of a
Exactly.
full face mask?
No, it's definitely like a masquerade piece.
What is this?
This? Oh, why, a good eye, good sir. This is a piece I've made myself. I had a dream, and a man in that mask was in it. And I don't know, sometimes when you're an artist like me, you get dreams about things, and you feel the need to express them in some way. So I made this necklace. The beads resemble, as I'm sure you've guessed, as such a keen, intelligent man, the beads are similar to how Buddhist monks often wear beaded necklaces and bracelets. The reason behind them, I'm not sure, but I'm sure it has a lot of cultural significance to them. And the mask itself, for me, it represents what we show to other people. I think that's what the dream was trying to tell me, was that everybody that we run into is not one person, but three. The person that others see, the person that we see ourselves as, and finally, who we really are. But maybe it's just an old man thinking too much about a silly dream. I'm not sure. Would you be interested in purchasing it? I'm sure I can give you a very good price, sir.
If you were to ask me, dreams are nothing to sneeze at. How much are you asking for this necklace?
For you, I will say 8,000 yen. How about it?
I'm sure you can do better than that.
Roll charisma. He thinks as you're rolling charisma, he looks down and thinks for a second. As you roll, we'll see what his response is.
I got a 12.
How about this? Because I like you so
much.
much.
Wait. Plus 2, so 14.
Okay. Because I like you so much, I'll bring it down to 6,500 yen. And he puts out his hand. Is that a deal?
I would very much like to take this necklace off you, but unfortunately I only have 4,500 yen on me.
How about this? 4,500 yen in a good story.
A story from me?
A story, an interesting fact, something I can continue to share on my travels.
I think that would work for me.
So he puts out his hand once more.
And I take his hand into mine.
And you'll shake on it, signifying a deal has been done. As y'all are shaking hands, and he hands over the necklace wrapped in a fine cloth and ties it with a little wooden rope. He introduces himself. Oh, where are my manners, sir? I am Kenzo. What is your name?
My name is Prajni.
Ah, you must not be from here then. I've never heard of a name like that.
No, I was born here, but I was raised elsewhere and found myself back on this land again.
Then, Mr. Prajny, our deal isn't done until you tell me a story. So please, I'm all ears. By the
Mr.
way,
Kenzo,
oh, sorry. I was gonna say I can go to, if you want to like think of something, I can go to Nico, and like you can have time to respond to that if you want to have like something significant, or we could just do it immediately. It's your choice.
I'm fine doing it just right now, real quick, and seeing what comes of it.
Okay. Continue. He's listening. You said Mr. Kinzo.
Mr. Kenzo, do you believe in ghosts?
He twists his mustache. Ghosts. I wouldn't say so, but I believe in spirits.
What if I were to tell you that those unseen apparitions do exist in this world? Would you be
He
interested in a
laughs.
story about them?
While I can't believe just words, I don't know, something about you, it rings a hint of truth, so for sure, tell me this, but for over a drink. How about that? I'm closing up the shop anyways, and there's a good bar near here.
Sounds good to me.
All right. He like closes up his like wooden cart, and like he just leaves it there, which may come as a surprise to you, maybe not. Maybe he just really trusts the locals or something, but he just leaves it there, and y'all begin to walk to the direction that Jono actually went in earlier. And we'll actually stop right there for right now before we move over to Nico. Or so we can move over to Nico real quick. Nico, as you see the other two head off into their own respective areas, you have decided to come on this pole, or to walk up to the pole, where you see finally the young men have ceased trying their desperate attempts to climb it, and the middle-aged man seems to be making fun of them for their futile attempts. And so as you walk up to them, you hear the guy say, "That's really all y'all could do. When I was your age, I could climb this thing 4 times in an hour. And that's you young kids. You don't got it in you anymore, I guess."
Excuse me, older
Huh?
gentleman.
Older gentlemen? What? Who's me?
My apologies. I don't have my glasses on.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll forgive you.
Is there any significance to this pole, or is it just here to climb on?
Well, it was the first tree that this city chopped down before it was built. They put it up there as a significance to its history or something, but it's been around way before me. My grandfather told me about it, great-grandfather told me about it, and his great-great-grandfather told him about it, but, you know, every so long ago. But, I mean, all I know is that it was just some old tree, and people since the dawn of this city have climbed up it, specifically men, to, like, test their manhood or something. But these kids haven't been able to climb it once, and they've been out here for, he looks at his watch, say 3 hours? And the kids are like, "But we tried our best. Stop making fun of us." And then the guy's just like, "Yeah, sure. You still got it in you."
So, in that case, there's no problem if I give it a try, right?
Are you from here? You don't look from here. I feel like I would have seen you before.
No, I'm visiting.
Visiting? Oh. Well,
Yeah.
I guess welcome to Takayama. I don't
Yeah.
think there's any rules against outsiders climbing it. But yeah, he points to the top where you see the bell. The whole goal is to get up there and just ring it once. And yeah, I guess prove your manhood, well, I guess rather womanhood to everybody of the city.
Wanna put some money that I can get up there?
Money on it? Roll
Yeah.
charisma.
15.
15. While you are pretty large, I'm guessing. How old are you?
Like 17, 18.
Oh yeah, that's weak sauce. Okay, he doesn't say that's weak sauce. What the fuck? That's not. People don't say that shit. That's weak sauce. Man, this shit's lame as fuck. No. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is easy. How about this? 1,000 yen. You can't climb up there.
Done.
All right, bet.
By the end of the hour. Wait, what time is it? By an hour. In an hour.
It's 5:30, so until 6:30. In an hour, okay,
Yeah,
for sure, yeah. But you can't use any outside help, tools, or anything else. You have to only use yourself and what's on you.
Done. I got this.
All right. So while you walk up to the pole, you look up. It's probably 60, 70, 80 feet, maybe even close to 100. Very tall. It looks pretty intimidating. How do you think you're going to get up there? What's your strategy, Nico?
My strategy is not to get up there with finesse or speed, but just to kind of use my strength to leverage me up there one climb at a time, getting one arm after another, and make a very slow but steady ascent all the way to the top.
Okay. Then we'll say it takes you about... Each roll that you do is gonna be about 15 minutes in real time, and you have to get past 4, and you have 6 before time runs out. Okay.
So I have 6 rolls.
You have
and I
6
have to do 4
rolls
in a row.
before you, and you have to get, you have to get, I guess technically, you have to get 4 in a row, but like for each roll that you fail, you'll go down the 10 feet or 15 feet, and for each roll that you succeed, you'll go up that same. So,
Okay.
Time to get started. With your first strength roll, please tell us what you get.
I got a 10.
A 10. You try. You're like a cat. You just kind of like wrap yourself around this wooden pole, but you just kind of stay there. As you you don't move. You try to but you just kind of look like an idiot, to be honest with you. And he laughs at you, and he's like, "You gotta climb up it first. You can't just sit there."
I'll get up there.
All right, roll one more time.
Uh, 21.
21. Is that natural 20 or dirty?
Dirty.
Okay, we'll say you climb 20 feet. So about a third of the way. And you're climbing slowly but steadily, as you said, using this leverage, using your arms to just really hold on to this, a slow but steady strategy, like the turtle versus the hare. You'll get to the finish line, hopefully, before the time runs out. That is your second roll. You have 4 more, and you have 40 feet more to progress before you're at the top. Go ahead and roll for me again.
Now that I'm 20 feet off of the ground, I'll take a second where I look at the top of this thing. I'm like, damn, that's a long way to go. And I'll look down for a split second. And I'm just like, fuck. And I look back up, determined to keep on going.
The fear does not grip your heart, but yes, you continue on. Brave soul.
My rolls aren't determined though, because that's a 7.
Oh, shit. You find yourself falling down 10 feet. Now more close to the ground than you are to halfway. 3 more rolls remain as this, I guess technically, 45 minutes have passed of you trying to climb this thing, but you have felt a sense of despair as you look up and you're like, how can I do this?
How much time is remaining?
Another 45, so you have half of the time left.
Alright, I won't change my strategy yet then. And I'll keep on trying to make my ascent.
Okay, roll for me again.
Nat 20.
Okay, so you go from 10 feet, invigorated by the fear you once felt. You use it as a fuel and climb up 30 feet, now 40 feet, past the halfway line and closer to the top than to the bottom. A new sense of confidence rushes over you. You have 30 minutes remaining, 2 more rolls.
I look at the top now. Filled with determination, I'm thinking of all the food I can buy with that 1,000 yen. Another nat 20 plus 5, 25.
All right. You get there. We get it, Nico. We get it. You get to the top and ring the bell. And as you ring the bell, a small crowd exits out of the buildings and looks up to you as you're ringing this thing. Some start to clap. Some kind of like whoop and cheer for you. What do you want to do?
Start like... I hold my hands out, I start shouting in the air, yeah! Yeah, I did it! Oh, I am all in an hour, too!
You have gained a skill, Takayama's Hero. Bit of a hyperbole, but you have now a... I'm writing it down. It's not going to be useful for any other time beside this host, but you have +1 charisma when you talk to anybody from Takayama. So... You slide. Do you want to like slide down in like a cool way, or are you just gonna like be lame?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right,
I'm
roll dex save then.
sliding down.
Roll me a dex save.
6.
Oh shit. As we'll say, as like you're about at the 20-foot mark from the surface, your like hand slips and you lose your grip. And you start to fall down, and like some people are like screaming. They're like, oh my god, she's falling. And then you just kind of like, you hit the ground and your ass hurts, but like that's it. You don't even take any damage. And they're just like looking at you
Ground
dumbfounded.
took more damage.
Yeah, poor street. Poor city street. And the middle-aged man, the guy you talked to earlier, like kind of like runs up to you. Oh my god, are you okay?
Nah, it barely hurt, barely felt it. But you know what I will feel? The change in my pocket. Gotta hold out my hand.
He rolls his eyes and takes out a wallet and hands you a $1,000 bill. Yeah, I get it. Okay, here you go. Anyways,
Thank you.
So now there's like a little crowd around you, and some people are like cheering for you, and like they pat you on the back and stuff. And after some time, the crowd disperses, and the sun starts to set some more to the point where the city's lanterns, lamps, and lights start to, light up, and the city begins to feel very warm, and the night is starting to overtake the day. It is now 6:30 p.m. and you don't see your teammates anywhere. I'll say no, you'd be climbing the pole. Well, actually, yeah. While you were climbing the pole, you actually saw Prasny walking towards the inn with somebody else. And you saw Arata walk into a building, but you never saw him like walk out because you were too focused on not falling to your death. So, yeah. Where would you like to go next?
I see the sky start to change, and then it hits me. Oh no. The food shops! I must get to one before they close. And I start jogging around the place trying to find an open food stall.
All right, we'll pick up back with you later. Arata, as you exit the clinic, your mind's thinking about that young boy and what he said. You see a small crowd around Nico, patting her on the back, congratulating her, this and that, before they disperse, and you see her like check her phone, and like sweat rolls down her face before she just like runs in a direction towards some food stands. You saw Parasni walk off earlier, but you have no idea where he is. What would you like to do next? Oh, and as well, sorry, just to interrupt real quick. You also see the sun starting to set. It's 6:30, and it's now evening time as more buildings are closed.
Do I remember where the inn is?
Roll wisdom. Well, wisdom. Oh, sorry. Memory would be intelligence, not wisdom. That's my fault.
I got a nat 1.
You got a nat 1?
I got a nat 1.
You find yourself in a random alleyway, and you have no idea where you are. You don't know how you got here. You don't know what's happening or where you are. You don't even know if you're still in the city of Takayama. Like Zoro, you just somehow teleported to a new area, and yeah. You're walking down this alleyway trying to find like something similar to the inn, trying to find maybe a sign, a map for directions. When you see a older woman sitting with a cloth over her like face, covering her, very dirty. She's sitting there, and she has a little wooden bowl, clearly a beggar. She doesn't say anything to you. The hood covers her face, but she's just sitting there with some yen coins already tossed in her bowl.
Excuse me, you wouldn't happen to know where Van is, right?
She tilts her head up a little bit before you still can't see her face. The inn?
Down in?
With a shaky finger, she points to her right.
Appreciate it. And I drop 1,000 yen coin in her bowl.
She very like almost like barely noticeable, but she nods her head a little bit and just says thank you as you walk towards the inn. Okay, so this is gonna be the end of Act 1. Prasni, you find yourself having a drink with your new friend Kinzo, a traveling merchant who, while much older than you, seems to enjoy these conversations that y'all been having on the way over to this little bar. The bar of which is one of those street-style bars where the only thing covering you from the cool wind of the outside is a thin sheet of paper, acting as the entrance and the exit and the walls. But yeah, a man dressed in a white restaurant uniform has served you guys both some sake on Kinzo, it seems. And Kinzo takes his cup and like puts it towards you as like a motion to like cheers.
I pick up the cup and clink the glasses together with him.
He nods and takes a big gulp before he's setting it down and going, ah! That's good. Nothing like a bit of sake after a hard day of working, huh? Anyways, though, I am very curious about these stories you have said about apparitions. Please do tell me.
Suppose there's one story I know from my old land. It begins something like this. In the beginning of time, there was a being, unseen to those around him. His name was Creation ex nihilo. Ex nihilo had a habit of wandering the earth, collecting teacups. Nobody knows why he was so fond of them, though you could guess he was a fan of the elegance, the fragility of them. But beyond that, nobody really noticed him, and he just kept collecting teacups from all across the world. Eventually, he would make it back to his home and set out the teacups he had collected. He would organize them and place them around the multitude of shelves he had in his home, almost across all the walls. He had one teacup in particular on a pedestal, separate from the others. This one was his favorite. Every day, he would come back and look after it, dust it, polish it, make sure there was not the slightest hint of degradation on it. He was, beyond everything else, most afraid of giving it the impression that it was being neglected. One day, as Ex Nihilo was polishing his favorite teacup, the earth began to shake. All the shelves around his abode started shittering and clasping against the wall. And one by one, randomly, teacups would fly off the shelves, falling to the ground. While this was going on, he made sure to safeguard his teacup. He couldn't help the other ones, but he would make sure that his favorite teacup would make it through this disaster. Once the shaking began to cease, he looked up from his teacup and gazed at the carnage. Shattered bits of teacups, glass, even chips of wood from the shelves were scattered about his home. Complete wreckage. This disturbed him immensely. He began to look at the ones that hadn't quite made it off the shelf. He would arrange them back to how they were. And then, once he was sure that they were in no direct danger, he began to pick up the pieces, one by one, put them together with what he felt like were the rest of the pieces that they belonged to. Once all the glass was cleared up off the floor, he laid them all out on the table, began to separate them into their own families of shattered glass. There was nothing more he could do for them. He had no glue. He had no paste. No tape. All he could do was lay them bare to see the carnage that lay before him. As he was distracted by the scene, with one swift jitter of his leg, a twitch, as he began to catch himself back on the table. His favorite teacup. He didn't realize he hadn't put it back on its pedestal. And when he caught himself, the teacup fell off the counter. In slow motion, in desperation, he reached with all his might to grab that teacup. His finger barely grazing against the handle of the teacup as it fell and smashed against the floor. Pieces spread out like stars on the floor. He looked at it, stuck in the moment, waiting. For some reason, he had this expectation that the teacup would put itself back together and rise back up onto the table. This did not happen. He felt unsatisfied. So he looked around at all the other teacups, the ones he had collected from all corners of the world. Things that took him millennia to collect. One by one, he picked up a teacup one after the other and dropped it to the floor. Each time he did this, he would allow it 3 seconds to see if it would put itself back together again. Each time, he was met with disappointment. In the end, he forsake his home. He left and wandered with no destination. No enthusiasm about collecting any more teacups. No one to notice the turmoil he was in. Well, nobody could see him, for there was nobody around. In this state, he traveled the globe. Centuries on centuries would pass, where he was stuck in this mindset, ever drifting, not even searching, curious about where he would end up. In the end, he flew off into space and fell out of orbit into the stars. And that was the end of Ex Nihilo. Or at least so the story goes.
What a tragic story. But I wonder, did Ex Nihilo place the blame on his favorite teacup's demise on the natural disaster, the earthquake? Or perhaps did he place the blame on himself for hitting the table?
We wouldn't know. Ex Nihilo, for him, blame was out of the question. He couldn't even hate the incident. All he could do was recognize that what was had was now lost.
I suppose that is all things, though.
I suppose. However, this is just a story, so you're welcome to interpret it however you like.
And a story I will keep. Thank you, Prasny. I very much enjoyed it. The tragedy of Ex Nihilo's prized possession. I wonder if he's watching us now from the stars, seeing as we, like him, place importances on the most minuscule things, and as humans do, we tend to break them. What's closest to us? What's closest to you, Prajni? What is your teacup?
By anyone's guess, it would most certainly have to be my sister, Misha. She's back in our homeland right now.
A noble thing?
How about you, Kenzo? Do you have a favorite teacup?
He takes another drink, finishing off the sake before placing it down. I would have to say my freedom, young boy. My freedom is something I could never go without.
How so?
Traveling, meeting new people such as yourself. I came from a land not as free as this one, where such things as traveling and speaking your mind and having a drink with a foreigner, these things, while commonplace here, are not thought of in some places. And while I do miss my home, the gift of freedom to choose, to make mistakes, is something I could never live without now. Once I found my teacup, I could never allow it to break. So I will let the other teacups fall. I will not pick up their pieces. I will let them go down one by one, smashing onto my cold stone floor. And I will look at them with no remorse, but with understanding that I, unlike ex nihilo, do not place my importances upon many, but I place them onto one. I must ask, though, clearly you're not from here. Why are you at the city of Takayama?
I suppose you could say it's a display of freedom.
I'll drink to that. And he orders another sake and starts drinking that one too.
I'm still nursing the first one.
It'll take a while, young boy, before you get to drink like me. And he taps his stomach. But if you do not wish to speak of your business here, I will not force it. But be careful. Even lands like these hold their secrets.
Appreciate that. Be careful with your teacup. Freedom is a awfully fickle thing. Be sure you do not become the prisoner of such a teacup.
I will listen to your advice, Prajni. But I feel like as though you have somewhere else to be, and do not let an old man like me keep you here.
It's been a great talking with you. Thank you for the sake.
Of course.
As I down the rest of my cup and take another for the road.
Safe travels, Prajni. Safe travels.
You as well, Kenzo. And I extend my hand to him.
He shakes it and gives you a smile. Take care of that necklace, if you don't mind. It means a lot to me.
I will try.
And we are going to cut to the inn. This old inn sits at the end of a narrow stone street where the modern city fades into memory. Lanterns sway under this slight wind of the night sky, their paper skins mottled with age. The wooden signboard Kashiwabara Ryokan hangs crookedly, its brushstroke lettering half faded but still visible. When the sliding doors open, a slow gust of warm, hinoki-scented air drifts out, carrying the smell of tea. Inside, you see 3 people. Jono Usumane, who is talking to an older lady sitting behind a front desk, smoking a long pipe. Nico, sitting by a tatsume mat, eating what appears to be a buffet for 1 person, gobbling it all down, just... I don't know how she got this much food, or that's what you're thinking probably, but she has it. And Arata, nowhere to be seen. The hallways of this inn are pretty narrow. You see what's raising it is exposed beams and low ceilings that make tall guests such as yourself and Nico have to duck under doorways. And you see down this hallway are rooms separated by shoji screens whose paper seemingly has browned over decades of smoke and candle light. The older lady Usumane is talking to seems to be wearing a rosy kimono, and like I said before, she's smoking some sort of plant with her long ornate pipe. In the back, at the end of the hallway, you see a sign that says Hot Spring, where some more people could possibly be. But besides you 4 now and the older lady, no one else is in here. Nico, you see Prajni walk in. Arata had walked in earlier too, but didn't say a word and just kept walking. You're stuffing your face full of food, but you see your friend. You want to say hi, so y'all greet each other.
Oh, hello there. Sorry about that. I got stuck. Hello.
Good evening, Nico. How was your adventure?
Oh, it was great. I climbed up a pole. I won some money. And, then I ate. As any good day should go. How about yours?
I can see that. Mine was alright. Did some sightseeing.
Sounds, entertaining. Not my kind of thing, but, to each their own.
I stir around the sake bottle in my hand and drink some more.
Is that legal? If you share some, I won't tell nobody.
Do you have a cup?
I'll go through my buffet of items. Do I have a dirty cup soup?
Yeah. We'll say you bought some soda, and it's like a little it's not like a cup, like a red cup, but it's, a plastic cup that housed your soda earlier that you downed as you were eating all this.
Yeah, pour it in here. I'll pull out the soda bottle and hold it towards him.
I'll pour in half a cupful of sake.
Oh, come on, you can give me a little more than that. I'm not a lightweight.
I'm afraid there's not much left in the bottle at this point, so this is all I could give you.
Nah. Where'd you buy it?
I didn't. A man I met today did for me.
Damn. Oh well, cheers to sake. I'll just down the soda bottle.
Yes.
Jono
No, no.
walks up to you two and sighs as he kind of cleans off his hands. Well, that was pretty helpful, I guess. He looks at you two. Y'all get any good information?
Fortunately, I did not come across anything.
Takayama sounds a lot like Takoyaki. That's all I have.
Maybe if you weren't so busy buying food, we could have gotten something. Well, that's fine, I guess. How about we talk some more? But I think we should do it privately in my room. Where is Arata at?
I just saw him walk in here and he kept on walking. And he didn't stop. It was kind of weird, like he was in a daze. Maybe a cursed spirit got to him.
Don't say those things. Eventually it's gonna come back and bite us in the ass. I'll go get him. Y'all meet me in my room. It's the third one on the left.
Which one's my left?
Come, Nico. I'll show you the way.
Jono's like
I'll wait for
dumbfounded.
you there.
As y'all walk away, he's literally dumbfounded how you became a sorcerer. You left him literally speechless. Anyways, y'all go, and Arata, I'll say you are outside, not in the hot spring, but like sitting by it, enjoying the night sky. It's now about 8 p.m. The stars here are bright, colorful. And for some reason today, ever since you've had that dream, you have felt sorrowful. Like a piece of you is missing. And so you're out there looking up at the night sky, just kind of thinking, taking it all in. Whenever the paper door slides open to the right and you see Mr. Usamane walk in. You alright, kid?
I'm good.
He
There's different-
sits down beside you and like looks up to the night sky. You don't get this kind of skylight back at Tokyo, huh?
You don't, I guess.
Yeah. You know, I was raised in a small town like this. Before I became a sorcerer, of course. I also went to Tokyo. But I miss it sometimes. The quietness, the stillness, the simplicity of it all. Where'd you grow up?
Arata stays silent.
He just like nods his head. Okay. I understand. Well, enough about that. Enough chitter chatter. We're having a debriefing in my room. Be in there in 5. I'll let you finish whatever this is. And he gets up and starts to walk back into the inn. As you sit there, looking up to the night sky. Usamane walks into his room where you two are now sitting. The room is pretty small, but it is furnished with one bed, a desk, and an old antique lamp. As the three of you sit in a sort of semicircle, Arata walks in and Jonah begins to speak. From what I've gathered, it seems our target, whether human or curse, would be around Kamikochi mountainside. seems like that's where most of them are, so I think we should check there tomorrow. But is there anything else that you guys got that could possibly help us out?
During my
Fortunately,
visits,
I didn't learn anything too special or indicative of anything strange happening. Though I did notice a particular influence of superstition in this town. By that I mean there seems to be a lot of merchants selling prayer beads and talismans around this area.
Did you ask what they're for?
I did, but no one gave me a specific answer other than superstition.
Well, that does lead me into the direction of a possible curse. What about you, Nico? While you weren't stuffing your face, did you find anything?
There was this really big hole. Did you see it?
Yeah. In the city center.
I climbed up it.
Ah. Cool. Thanks. And he gives you like a thumbs up.
Anytime.
Okay. Shut the fuck up. Anytime. That's just crazy. Oh, sorry. Let me contain myself. Okay. He looks over towards you, still in disbelief from Nico's incompetence. Don't know why I couldn't think of that word. And asks you next, Arata. Well, did you get anything?
during my outing to a clinic, there was a doctor treating a kid who had seen something on the mountainside. I didn't sense any cursed energy on him, but he whispered to me and said, "She's hungry."
Me, I was hungry.
That's odd. She's hungry. Wonder what he could be referring to. Is it possible that there are other lost children out there, you think?
I wouldn't know.
I think it might be a good idea to stop by there tomorrow before we head to the mountainside. Try to talk to the kids, see if we can get anything out of them. But as that seems to be our only lead, and the only other lead being the area of which the disappearances have been recorded, I guess that's all for tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and turn in. So I'll say tomorrow we wake up bright and early, meet in the lobby, head first to the clinic, and then to the mountainside. Any other suggestions?
Should
Sounds good to me.
take one more time to go around and have dinner for everybody so that we're ready for tomorrow.
You know, I think you might compete with Inazuma with how much food you eat. I think a sin of gluttony has overtaken you, and we might need to exercise it.
Why, thank you.
That's not okay. Y'all three just go enjoy the hot spring or something. Y'all can do whatever you want. I'm gonna go ahead and go to bed. Like I said, lobby. We'll say 7 a.m. sharp. Be ready. And he'll just like wave you guys
Alright.
off.
Sounds good. I'll see you guys in the morning. And then I walk up the stairs.
You choose just to go to your room.
Not to my room. I'm just walking up the stairs.
Okay. You walk up the stairs. There being not really much upstairs, but we'll get to more to that later. Nico, where do you want to go?
First things first, I turn over to Arata. You know, we could sneak out and try and find that spirit.
I'm good. I just walk away to my room.
That's crazy. Arata, you go to your room, you say?
Yep.
All right. And Nico, what do you want to do? The hot spring is still there. It's like the most, like a lot of travelers come by and they like.
Yeah, everyone
relaxing
else
there.
not going to it, but I will. You know, these
Bet.
muscles from climbing up that pole.
Bet.
Gotta relax.
So yeah, Arata, you go to your room and you tuck in for the night. Prajni, you go to the second floor. There seemingly not being much up. Oh my God, I just had a seizure. Much up here, besides maybe like a supply closet and a little patio that's like overlooking the first floor, like a traditional inn. Maybe there are some like other rooms or something, but is there anything in particular you wanted to do up here?
I look around for an employee exit door.
There's a door to the roof.
I go through that door and go up to the roof.
You go up to the roof, and there seems to be a part of the roof that's like kind of slanted like a traditional tile roof, and the other part where there's like a little chimney. It's like a flat area. There's like maybe like a couple plastic chairs up here or something, but it doesn't look like anybody's been up here for a while. And up here you can kind of see the layout of Yakiyama City.
I walk up to the ledge of the railing and unsheathe the sake bottle from my jacket and begin to sip as I stare blankly out at the sea and the city and continue to drink my sake.
Okay. You overlook the city, the lights dancing around like fireflies. Some people still out, maybe young people like yourself, out drinking, celebrating some event the city hosts. None of you know, you've never been here before. And Nico, you relax in the green water, your arms resting on the volcanic rocks that lined the steamy waters, and getting some well-needed rest. And Harada is already asleep. The three of you all respectively wind down, and eventually the night dies down, unless any of you want to do anything before so.
Nope.
I'll take that as a no.
Okay.
And so eventually you all three sleep. And that is the end of Act 2.